Thank you for picking up the sticks. This is a special second annual E3 press conference reaction video. This one's going to be for the third parties, EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft.
Woo!
I am Mike Carnett. To my right, Mike State Carnia.
What's going on?
To my left, Art A3 Rosian. You're gonna be A3 every single time because I'm not gonna think of three names for you.
No.
Oh.
No.
So today is gonna be it's gonna be a special shorter version of our show. We're not gonna do any of our usual stuff. We're just gonna run through the different E3 press conferences. First one on the docket is gonna be the third party. Like I said, EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft. We'll do it in order when they came out.
Sure.
EA did Saturday for the first time ever, so it's going to be the longest E3 of all time.
So weird.
Yeah, and they did
Assholes.
and they weren't even on site. Like they did an EA Play, which was their own thing.
Yeah.
In a separate location. You guys ready to dive into this?
Sure,
Let's
Let's do it.
All right, so
Let's just no warming up here, no lube. Let's just go in raw.
let's do this like a gentleman. Not like a gentleman.
Yeah.
Like prison.
So the EA press conference started off with a drum line, which I thought was a weird start not only to the press conference but to all of E3. Like that was the first E3 thing that happened was a drum line.
Listen,
for Madden 18.
Sony had an orchestra last year. They figured the live music works.
Get people going.
I guess. Started with Madden 18, and they have a new single player campaign on Madden 18 called Long Shot, where it looks like you are a undrafted someone playing in different leagues. I didn't understand because they had some things that definitely weren't college. So I think you may go to college, then to like some like European league or arena league.
I
or
think it's kind of like the Heisman mode. Remember that from NCAA when you start in high school?
I think it varies. I think you depending on how you do like in the high school college parts of it, you could be the number one pick or you could be undrafted, and I think it varies.
Yeah,
it'd be better if there was like real colleges too, though.
They have real colleges.
Texas in the video.
They
showed Oregon in there too.
The kid went to Texas. The kid goes to Texas, but
so he's due for a career full of losing records in college.
Womp womp. But
now he goes to the Ducks.
It looked interesting. Like I don't know if it's going to drive me to buy it, but it looked interesting. I thought
that'll be a red box because Madden does get in the red box. I would red box it for like a weekend just to do that mode really quick, just to see what it's about, kind of go through it a bit, and
see how deep it is.
That's about it, though.
I'll wait and hear what other people have to say about it. I've gone through the NBA 2K story mode, which was fucking awful. So
the ones presented by Spike Lee.
Yeah, I'm in no rush to try another scripted story.
Well,
mode
I hope you like story modes in sports games. There's more coming.
Oh yeah.
Next, they showed off Battlefield 1 DLC in the Name of the Tsar, which was they're opening up the eastern front of the World War I skirmish.
How do they spell Tsar?
TSAR.
Okay, they spell it properly.
That's
how the Russians spell Tsar.
Okay. I wasn't aware.
Other places spell it CZAR.
Okay. I don't know. It's going to have, for the multiplayer side of things, it's going to have 6 new maps. They're going to add the Russian army, new weapons and vehicles, and the Women's Battalion of Death, which sounds
awesome.
Crazy. Like I don't. That was pretty much all they showed in that first round.
Is it just a feminist rally?
I don't know. But they were just whooping some ass in that video.
Some of the gameplay I saw, they showed off. It looked pretty cool.
Listen, it's more Battlefield 1, which is perfectly fine.
Oh yeah.
So there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Nope. If you like Battlefield 1, you're getting more.
Yeah.
If you didn't, this doesn't affect you.
Yeah, and that's okay.
That's right.
A lot of what was shown at these press conferences doesn't affect me.
Yeah, let's carry on with things that don't affect art. FIFA 18. They showed it off. It's going to include a Switch version, which is kind of a big deal for Switch owners and really Nintendo, because that's the FIFA 18 is one of the biggest games that gets released every single year.
FIFA kept PlayStation 2 alive for like an extra 4 years.
Yeah, absolutely. And then those Europeans are going to go nuts for their. They'll have FIFA at home for like PS4 and all that because like it's going to be a slimmed down version without the story mode and stuff like that, but. They're still going to play the hell out of it on the road.
Exactly.
Like you can play your season on the road.
You can play your season on the road. You can play other people ad hoc. Like
it's gonna sell like crazy.
If they're gonna be playing on the tube.
Honestly, I kind of hope it does sell like I hope it does sell like crazy. So we will maybe get a Madden and an NHL down the line.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't announce a Madden.
Yeah. Oh, I am too. Because I would honestly I'd probably get that. Just because they give it on the road. I can take it with me wherever I want. Seasons to go. That's what the Vita was always supposed to be, and they only released the one version of Madden on the Vita, and it was garbage.
I was playing MLB The Show 15 on my Vita this last week, just because it was on the go. And you pick it up, you play a couple of things. They have like special modes that work out better for mobile versions. So for sure, I would love to have when I eventually do get a Switch, having more options like that for sports games.
Well, that's kind of what I always said interested me in the Switch was the prospect of having like full titles, even if it's a neutered version.
Yeah,
being able to play it. And sports games would be great. Like I've said before,
I just want
if I can play Madden,
yeah,
it's to do a franchise mode, play a game on the train, go to work, play a game on lunch.
Well, it's like
go ahead.
It was when Madden comes out, like 95% of the options are on the main screen. I don't do anyway. I don't
Right,
do
yeah.
like the ultimate teams.
God,
and
no.
stuff like
I
that.
do franchise mode, and I do like the gauntlet mode, the skill trainer thing.
Yeah, no,
And that's more so just for the fucking trophies.
the main thing. I'm curious to see how 2K is going to be on there. NBA 2K.
Yeah.
because they already announced it's definitely coming to Switch. So I'm very. And I mean, they kind of showed off in some of their sizzle reels and stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to run on there.
Yeah, it's also the FIFA 18 is also going to include a single player campaign called The Journey, which is the same thing but with soccer.
Yep.
Um,
And Ronaldo's
Same thing
on the
with
cover.
football.
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 I guess
Football.
depending on where you're playing.
Ronaldo's
next,
on the cover.
Oh, Ronaldo. Next was
football.
next was Need for Speed Payback. Looked great.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about racing games, but it looked great. Looked like Fast and Furious, the game.
Meets Burnout.
Meets Burnout. It had
Those takedowns
That's
were-
that slow motion,
yeah,
like
total
whoa,
Burnout,
and then,
like,
like the
yep.
sparks flying everywhere. Yeah, no, it looked great. It's just
Bargain bin.
Yeah.
If I can get it for like $15, I'll totally get it
Probably not even
and play it for a couple days.
I just, I
Or
just
when
do
it
not
shows
care.
up on EA Access.
Or EA Access. That's true.
Exactly.
I do gotta sign up for that.
The coolest thing I think that came out of this conference was one of their smaller titles called A Way Out. A Way
Yes.
Out was from the creators of Two Brothers, A Tale
Is
of
that
Two
the,
Sons.
what was it, like a prison escape or some
Yes.
shit?
Co-op.
It's
Split
split
screen.
co-op split screen only prison escape game. So you're doing a prison escape, and then you have things happening afterwards. It's kind of a revenge / redemption story between the two people. You have to play with somebody else. There's no.
I was gonna say you said co-op split screen only.
Yes.
That's
You can.
that's gonna be a problem. Selling that.
It's meant to be couch co-op. You can play online, but even when you play online, it's still split screen.
It's still split screen.
Because you need to do things at the same time, and you need to see what both people are doing and,
Yep.
and coordinate that way.
Okay. That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if
Oh,
it was,
no,
if it was only a couch co-op,
No,
game,
no,
I'm gonna be
no.
like, you're setting yourself
And
for
that's
failure.
what I thought originally too. I thought that too. Yeah.
It's meant to be couch co-op, but you can't play it the other way.
As someone who doesn't have any friends, that'd be a problem.
I play with you.
That'd be a fun one for us to sit down and
I
stream
would love
together.
to do that because it
looks awesome.
It looked awesome. Both the characters had a ton of personality. It was set in like the 60s, I think, or 60s or 70s. I think is when it was set up. So it kind of has that older vibe to it. It looks very interesting when you even get out of prison too. It's not just a prison break aspect of it,
Right.
And you can like they just give you it's like one of those classic. I'm going to give you mission X to do, but there are 15 different ways to do it depending on who does what, and because they have different personalities for each one. Like one's a little more like I'm gonna punch you in the face, the other one's gonna be like tapping on the shoulder, like hey look over there,
Punch
type
in
of
the
thing,
face.
and then punch you in the face. So I think that you have two very distinct play styles and characters on top of how each individual player would play it on top of it.
You and me playing that game would be like oil and water.
Yeah, 100%.
You're the stealth guy. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go in there.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. They looked really cool. Next was they showed a little teaser of Anthem, which is from BioWare, their Destiny-like game, which we'll talk a little bit more about on Xbox's press conference.
So I just heard Destiny meets Titanfall.
Yeah, kind of.
It's kind of like the vibe I got off of that.
It looked. I mean, we'll talk more about it, but Xbox, it was pretty.
Yeah.
We'll get into more of that later. Next was NBA Live 18 making a comeback, also with a single player campaign called The One. There'll be
Directed by Spike Lee, or what?
I don't think so.
Not this one. No.
It looked pretty, but NBA Live is one of those
always
things where
about
it's just
gameplay,
like,
though.
let's see if people are
see
going
how
to be
this
facing the right way.
plays.
To see if their feet stay on the ground.
Maybe dribbling like this.
Yeah, exactly. There will be a demo in August, which I think is super smart from them.
Yes. Yes.
And all the progress you make in that demo will carry over to the full game if you get it. And it has the one in the demo, which is their single player campaign. Has a ton of actually in the demo itself. So I think that's a smart way to be like, hey, it works. Come try it.
Yeah.
And then
Remember the time we canceled all those games we were put out because it didn't work? This one works.
yeah, remember when there was a free throw and we put you on the other free throw line like that?
NBA
Yeah,
Elite,
we're gonna fix
where we
that
sent
shit.
out the review copies, and
and just
some
canned
got
it.
out in the wild, and they canned it because it was not good.
Last but definitely not least on EA was Battlefront 2. It had about a half hour of the conference, maybe even more than that. It talked about a single player campaign, which happens between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, which is really, really cool. They have a couch co-op mode on there as well called Skirmish. And then they had a ton of multiplayer after that. They had a bunch of people playing in the in the area. They showed people playing on screens, like off screen, things of that nature.
Crashing vehicles.
Crashing vehicles in the buildings. That's how you know it wasn't pre-recorded.
Yes, right.
Multiplayer is from all eras, so it's from all three trilogies. They have a bunch of new heroes and support characters, which is something new. So in the game, when you're doing multiplayer, unlike the previous Battlefront, you earn currency as you go along, and in each individual game, you can spend that currency to become either a hero or a support character. So if you get more points, obviously you're going to be doing better at the game, so they reward you with being a hero character.
Yeah.
But the support characters are actually pretty neat too, because they have like the higher end like droids from the Clone Wars and things like that. They have the I forget if it was stormtroopers who were like, they were called like shock troopers or something like that. They had the jetpacks.
Yep.
Nazis. So I mean, there were a lot of different. There weren't just like the main characters. There's actually different levels of people you can be.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need that quick, like I need a quick boost because I'm not doing well on this end of it. So you get like the support character and helping out that way. They're splitting up the classes now. They have 4 classes, a la Battlefront or Battlefield, I should say.
Which is awesome.
Which is really good, and it looks like it's going to be more of a Battlefront 1. I did really like, but it did feel a lot like Baby's first person shooter. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of this like it didn't matter what you really had. Like it didn't the loadout didn't feel like it was that big of a difference. Now having different having those 3 different levels of character pretty much, and the different classes and the different customization pieces on the weapons and things like that. It looks like they're really taking a deeper dive into this. They're having seasons of free DLC. So all the DLC coming out for this is going to be free, which is bonkers, I think, because EA is a money-making...
Oh, there's still microtransactions.
Yeah, there's going to be microtransactions like anything
and
else,
they'll make money off of that.
And they're going to make money on that too. But still, not having a season pass where it's like they had last time, where it's like, we're going to release 70% of a game, and the other 30% we're going to release in DLC, and you got to pay for it, which is kind of how Battlefront 1 went. So I think that was very interesting. Season 1 is inspired by The Last Jedi. Yeah, and then pre-order for beta access. That's pretty much their conference.
That was everything.
Yeah. So it was sports and Battlefront.
A little bit of,
and A Way Out, which was really, I think, the shining moment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm into sports games, but on a regular basis, EA's conference does nothing for me. I mean, I'm not a Star Wars guy. I get that there's a huge audience who's deep into that and is just crazy for it. But personally,
I'm excited for Battlefront 2.
Yeah, that's.
It looks awesome.
and you're into Star Wars.
Yeah,
I totally
get
why it was there. I totally get why they spent so much time on it.
Sure.
But for me personally, it was just like,
I would have loved to see one of the other Star Wars games are in development.
That's what I was hoping for. Just a tease, like a teaser trailer or something.
Yeah, purely selfish.
God,
I would love to have seen something, but if it's still in the cooker and it's still not ready yet, that's fine too. I'm not going to complain about that.
Right.
We always complain about the other way too. Like, well, this come out in 8 years. You know?
But also,
we'll complain about that more later.
Well, there's some of them later on, so don't worry about that.
And also too, like the Battlefront, like it was cool and everything, but like as we were kind of talking it during while I was doing the live stream, it just went on too long. Like you get to a point where it's like, okay, this looks great. I'm sold. You guys have sold me. Like this looks amazing. I like the direction you're taking. The fact that like all the gameplay you're showing me is third person instead of first person this time is great, because that's kind of, I feel like Battlefront, like the old Battlefronts really shined was in third person instead of first. And so that was great to see and everything, but it was like, okay, this is so much. Like, stop. Like this is just too much.
When you're showing gameplay, I mean, like 5-6 minutes. That's good. I mean, we could see how the characters move and how things work enough to get a gist of how the game's gonna play.
Yeah, they basically played a full round of it, which is kind of long. I mean, that takes some time, so it got a little still near the end, but overall, EA was. I mean, it was EA.
It was EA, but it was also totally pointless. I think. Like you really didn't need to do like the Battlefront stuff. I get, and like showing off like a way out. Like that was cool. But again, like you said, I like sports games too, but I don't care. I never care about what they have to say about it.
Did they even mention NHL at all?
No.
NHL's going to get announced at the Hockey Awards.
Hockey Awards / expansion draft.
Yes.
Yeah, they had like a teaser for it like last week, and they already taught like at the end of that teaser, we have see more at whatever. So
yeah, but it's like
so hockey for hockey people.
They better confirm that the expansion draft is in the game.
It's got to be.
I really
has to be, because that's the only way I'm going to buy it next year. Is if that is the case.
Good point. All right, next was Bethesda. Bethesda did a whole like Bethesda Land thing, which I thought was really neat. Actually,
that was hilarious
because they had like the.
It was that I had like Stockholm syndrome on that. Like at first, like the first half or 2/3 of the conference, I'm like, oh god, this stupid shit again.
Yeah.
And then towards the end, I was actually enjoying it.
Yeah, it was done really well. Like it was an interesting press conference. I don't think it. Oh, before I get too far into this, I didn't think it needed to be a press conference though, because they had the guy at the beginning, then they showed a really long video, and the guy at the end, and that was it.
That was it.
They could have just released that video and done the Nintendo Direct type of a deal.
Yep.
And that would have been perfectly fine. But that being said,
and they could have released it a lot earlier in the night.
Yeah, that's also true. I went to bed.
Fucking dickheads.
I went to bed. I watched it today. So
I knew I couldn't make any other ones. So I was a team player.
So very first thing they showed was Bethesda VR, which was Fallout 4 and Doom, which both look cool. I mean,
insane.
The Doom stuff was really crazy. I thought.
Okay, so watching that, Doom has me kind of concerned because like a big part of Doom is like the frantic pace and everything. You have to react super quick, and like they're using like the point and click movement.
Yeah,
which I don't see how that's gonna work into the way Doom plays.
Yeah, it's Bethesda though. They'll figure it. They'll find a way. Like I just have that feeling they'll find a way to make it work. But I agree. No, that is definitely a concern. Mm-hmm. It's gonna slow it down.
Yeah.
After that, they showed Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind, which was just they already came out.
I think like last week or something.
Yeah, it just came out. It was kind of like talking about accolades and what people thought about it.
Yeah.
Next was Creation Club, which was basically a modding service that they're going to be modding Skyrim and Fallout 4.
It seems like a mod marketplace.
Yeah, but the actual people that work at Bethesda are also going to be in the modding services. So it's kind of like curated, but it's also going to be make sure that it doesn't fuck up your saves, doesn't fuck up the game, things like that. So they're basically they're using the creativity of the mod community, but within the boundaries of the actual like making the game process, which I thought was actually kind of neat and kind of unique and a very Bethesda thing to do because their modding community has helped them out more than anything else.
Oh, absolutely.
So like,
it keeps
why
the
not?
Games going. It keeps them going for years.
Their games are made for modding.
Exactly. So like, why not give it a little bit back and be like.
Because like there's still people streaming Fallout 3 in New Vegas and stuff with mods.
It was on the Bethesda Land piece of it when they were showing like they always had before each announcement or piece of the conference they had a little Bethesda Land like intro.
It was like an amusement park mat.
Yeah, it was basically an amusement park mat, and it was very comical. But the thing I liked most about the Creation Club piece of it, like when they show like we have some crazy like whatever they talked about, and they had like a little Thomas the Train come in.
Yeah.
Because like the most famous one is the Thomas Train. I thought that was
hilarious.
That was really on the nose for them, so I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Next was Elder Scrolls Legends, which is their card game. No one cares. Then they showed Skyrim on the Switch, which had Link Amiibo will unlock Zelda-inspired content like the shield and the sword and the outfit and the opponent and things like that, which was really cool. Showed motion controls as well, which I thought was interesting. But no date. So again, like when is Skyrim coming out for Switch?
I would say wasn't that one of the titles when Switch first being announced? Hey, we're gonna have Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. That was like that had like the longest time I think when they first showed it. And honestly, I mean, it still looks okay. You can definitely tell it's not like the HD up-res version of it. It's a regular version of it.
Yeah.
But still, if it still has the scope of Skyrim and still runs smoothly on the smaller system on the go, I'm in for sure.
Well, yeah, and everyone's complaining about it too. Like, oh my god, why didn't we get a new Elder Scrolls? Blah blah blah. It's like
first of all, those take a fucking decade to develop.
I was like, everyone who's waiting for Elder Scrolls 6, guess what? You have to wait 2 more years. Like, it's gonna be at least 2 more years. I think it's not gonna be next year. It's gonna be 2019.
Yeah.
And also, too, Nintendo people have never gotten Skyrim. Yes, it's an old game, but they've never gotten Skyrim.
Skyrim's never been on the go.
Yeah.
And it's on the go. Like, for even people, I could see people who even played, like, the high-def, PS4 enhanced versions. If they have a Switch, they might get this for the Switch because these people are crazy. And so they can play it on the go, and on the train and stuff.
I think it's going to be... It's
going to sell very well.
If it plays well on the Switch, I think it's going to be a big deal for them.
Yep.
Next was Dishonored 2 DLC, Death of the Outsider, comes out September 15th.
Looked a hell of a lot more interesting than everything they showed last year about Dishonored.
Agreed. And it was 3.5 minutes long.
Yep.
Which
that helped.
God.
Helped a lot.
Helped so much.
Quake Champions, eSport Montage, and Quake World Champions at QuakeCon. Whatever.
Nah.
Now the big reveals at the end of the conference. The Evil Within 2 was announced and looked amazing.
Insane.
I never played the first one, but I swear to God, whoever created that trailer was on some kind of psychotropic.
The first game, someone was on something when they created that game.
It really felt when you're looking at it and like actually I forget what the name of the song was, but the song they had going on and everything else, it really felt almost like a Stranger Things like upside down world type thing.
Yeah,
because they had like the really dark and they had the super white, and it feels like they had two different versions of them in some different versions and different ways of it. Super creepy, and it was just I thought it was super imaginative, and it just looked great. Like it looks so scary and so freaky. And they showed only showed a little bit of the gameplay aspect of it, and looked absolutely frantic. Definitely in for that one. I need to play that first one.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, look up the trailer, because if you watch our live reactions at the Bethesda conference, that actually got muted.
Oh no!
It copyright muted because of the music that they used in the trailer. Oh. So dumb. So on Twitch it's muted. I haven't checked it out after I exported to YouTube. I'm assuming it kind of keeps it though muted.
We're YouTube outlaws, by the way.
Yeah. oh yeah.
We are batting 1,000.
Oh yeah.
Copyright
copyright claims.
On some videos you got multiple copyright claims.
Yeah. But definitely go check out the trailer because it is insane.
I'll say I don't do horror games; they just don't interest me. But the trailer had my attention.
It looked really, really cool. Speaking of crazy things, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, looked amazing.
So good.
The setting itself,
so good.
It's basically essentially the Nazis take over America.
Yeah.
And they have like Nazis and they have clamming in the streets, and like everyone's like basically everyone's getting harassed and aren't aren't going along with the Nazis. But just like the whole idea is of I can never say his last name. What's the main character's last name?
BJ Blazkowicz.
Exactly, him. He is going like he awakens, and the girl from the first game, also can't remember her name, is pregnant with his twins, and he is basically trying to put a band together to take out the Nazis out and get them out of America because he doesn't want his kids growing up in a Nazi world. And every character is so cool already. Like every one that they showed has so much character, and they have that one guy.
They show the pregnant girlfriend, whatever the hell she is at this point, stabbing people.
Yeah.
She
might be like
that scene was awesome.
Have you ever played a pregnant woman in a game before? You might have a chance.
And you might get to cut some throats while you're doing it.
And they had there was one where
and drop some acid.
It was There was two. There were two people talking at a desk. I forget what the hell the guy's name was, and there's just like bullets like firing in through like their office, and they're just like talking like nothing's happening. Like it just had so much character, and it looks so good. And it's if it plays as good as the last one,
it will.
Which I'm sure it will.
It will.
And the added things like dual wielding, I saw, and just like the overall, it looks so good.
Like I had mentioned, we were doing our commentary over the thing. It looks like they threw some Doom into Wolfenstein.
I was going to say that too. They actually have. I mean, when he's just like, there's one scene where he's going through a hallway with a shotgun.
Oh yeah,
and just
mowing down the hallway.
Tearing everybody apart, and there's just stuff flying all over the place, and it's just like, and then they go to like a lighthearted scene right after it because it has all those comedic moments too.
Right.
And oh man, it looks so good. I'm super stoked for that game too. Yeah, I think Bethesda had a great showing.
Those two games, Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein, 2 weeks apart.
I saw that too.
Now that everything they showed out this year.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
I think everything coming out this year.
Let's get other people.
Yeah. So that's right. I forgot that they did mention that. So that means Skyrim Switch will be out this year. Yeah.
Sweat my ass off.
Oh man, my neck. I keep wiping it.
I'm the fat guy. How am I the one that's
sweating? The hot box.
I'm a very warm person.
So I have extra layers here. Live in a furnace.
I
gotta get a fan before we do our next actual podcast.
I'm sweating away the sins of this last week. No, but honestly, overall, like man, Bethesda, I thought had a great show.
Like we did the stream, and I was like 40 minutes in, out, done, and I'm like, it's over already?
Yeah,
I drove all the way over for this.
They didn't have like a ton of content. They had a bunch of stuff that was like
they had what we wanted,
multiple like modifications or things we already knew, and they had a couple new things at the end. Which but like the things that were good looked great, and I just loved the whole vibe of the whole thing. I thought the presentation was good. I thought the games they showed were great. I thought the mood they set was perfect. It was great. It was a great conference.
It's one of those things. I think like if you're watching Bethesda's conference, like because you're interested in some of their games, they had something for I think everyone who's 100%. Into their product.
Yep.
And that's really kind of, I honestly think that's what really Bethesda does great as a company. Like if you look at their catalog, I mean, a lot of it is first person outside of really The Evil Within, but there are so many different genres that they really appeal to, and they all are top notch.
And they all play different.
Yeah,
every single one of them is like it's first person, but it plays. It's not just your typical first person shooter. They all play differently completely.
Well, so, I mean, you have Doom and Wolfenstein, very similar, but also very different.
Right.
Very, very good.
But yeah, I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, was amazing.
Ubisoft.
Even after my Stockholm syndrome.
All right, Ubisoft. I will start off.
I can sit back for us. Those are two I can't.
Your research?
No, I did. I'm good.
I've got the rest. If I lose my voice, but before we get through all of these,
you pass on to me.
I can read a list.
Yeah,
I had a nap. I had a nap today.
Through all the streaming and everything. So Ubisoft. I will before I jump right into this. I'm just gonna say this is one of their better ones in years.
Agreed.
No Aisha Tyler, which I love, but there was no host, no Mr. Caffeine, no type of host at all. It was like a normal parties press conference.
Yeah, well, it seemed like in the past they always they had Aisha Tyler out there and she was there and talk a little bit between each thing, but it seemed like they were kind of doing the PlayStation of last year model game.
Yes, which was great.
Game.
And having a host with a name is fine, but then you feel the need to put them in front of the crowd and have them say something.
Right.
If you don't have that, then
just go.
The stars of the show are your games, which is how they should be anyway.
And the producers and everything, which again is the way it should be. Mm-hmm. So they kicked off the show with Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
I laughed.
Miyamoto came out, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Mario and Rabbids and XCOM.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. It's basically a tactical RPG.
It's really hard to explain it without seeing it.
Yeah.
But it's like you walk into these areas.
You chase a Roomba.
Yeah.
As soon as I was like,
you chase a Roomba, and then you have
collect coins while doing that.
Turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, for me, I'm terrible at those games, so I will not be getting or playing this, but it looked funny.
Yeah.
It looked actually pretty good. It actually did look decent.
I would say, I mentioned this before, knowing nothing about Rabbids until this started popping up, that gameplay style, the fact that it's different, I'd actually try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked good.
I will not buy a Switch to try it. But if I had a Switch and it was cheap, I'd consider trying it.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I think that was probably the worst part of the press conference, like production wise, because I felt like it took way too long to get to it.
Yeah.
But outside of that portion of it, like it looked like a fine game. I got no problem with it.
I'm surprised Nintendo is letting them do a game where Mario uses weapons.
That's one of those kind of like it's. Somewhere there's a Mario document where he's like he is. I mean,
granted, they're very cartoony weapons, but usually it's always been like they've kind of tried to protect the Mario brand and keep it family friendly, and like fireballs is as crazy as you're getting.
Right.
I
don't know. I mean, new Nintendo.
I get that, and they look like fun guns. Like that's the thing. Like it's like what I mean. Like
they look like Mega Man guns.
Right. So I mean, I think that's how they're kind of getting away with it. But
Mario and Mega Man.
Just stop right there. Just don't do it.
The giant rabbit Donkey Kong at the end.
Yeah, just
awesome.
don't. Yeah.
Just have to throw that in there. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So they announced it's coming out August 29th.
Yeah, real soon.
So awesome. After that, we jumped into Assassin's Creed Origins. Got some more gameplay, and then also got a little bit of off-screen gameplay, which was so weird and dumb.
Yeah, and after the conference, they went back to it and showed like a good 20 minutes of like how the game plays. Like that's usually what Ubisoft would throw into their conference, which I'm glad they didn't do that piece of it. But like that just the timing was just weird. And you're right, like off-screen stuff. Like what decade are we in? Like what is, seriously? And like
that was weird.
That felt so weird. And the game does look good.
Was that when they were showing the guy playing on the computer monitor?
Yeah. That was so stupid. It's like this looks like ass. Why are you even showing this right now?
It was so bizarre to see that happen. But
we get the confirmation.
Yep.
It's in Egypt, ancient Egypt. I think it looks awesome.
It looks good. It looks really good.
This is the most excited I've been for Assassin's Creed game. Unfortunately, since 3, which was a huge disappointment. So hopefully this is not disappointing.
Remember, no pre-orders.
Yeah. This is October 27th. Will be coming out.
And you can get a super collector's edition for
$800.
Woo! What the hell do you get for $800?
Wait, everything stop. Did you see the Wolfenstein 2 collector's edition?
I did.
Oh my God.
I kind of feel like we need that.
It's here. They have. It looks like an old G.I. Joe box.
Yeah.
And they have BJ Blablabutz as like a GI Joe.
Blazkowicz.
As a GI Joe figure, and it comes with like normal like collector's edition stuff like playing cards and steelbook and all that stuff. But like the action figure is so.
I feel like we need that action
cool.
figure right here.
The box is so cool.
That's the thing. Like, I was looking at that and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But if I gotta just have it sitting in a box on a shelf somewhere, and
it's so
my
cool.
desk has so much bullshit on it already.
Did they announce the price on the collector's?
$100.
Okay.
Shit. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I was expecting more than that.
No, $100.
You sure?
I saw it. Yeah, $100.
Shit.
Yep.
I might have to,
But also, I mean, there's been a bunch of pricing errors this week already, so who the hell knows?
True.
Anywho.
And then after that, they jumped into where my live stream got a little messed up. My internet got dropped for a couple of minutes, and then jumped back in, and it was still showing. So that's why there's 2 parts on YouTube. So make sure you watch parts 1 and 2 of our live reactions for that. The Crew 2, it's coming early 2018. Yeah. Cars, bikes, ATVs, and planes, which is pretty interesting. So it looked cool. After that, jumped into.
More cars.
Brand new trailer for South Park, Fractured But Whole.
Yes.
October 17th. I hope. Please don't
just give me it.
It looks so good. I was cracking up the whole time.
So
it's going to be so good.
Yeah, agreed.
And then after that, they showed off their VR game they're working on called Transference. It's going to be out in spring 2018.
I don't know what that was, but I'm interested.
I'm intrigued.
It was
Elijah Wood's involved.
Yeah. They made the way they pitched it was the digitized memories of a real human being that you're going through. Like they figured out how to map the brain for you to walk through their memories, and
you can make decisions that alter it and stuff.
But they made it.
Wasn't it in fucking Minority Report or something?
No, that's how I can't even get him to Minority Report. But they had the cool part was like they had a bunch of like live action like people like it looks like it was like that weird kind of off screen creepy like something weird is kind of going on, like when the scientists say like no matter what it is, it's all images, you're gonna be fine, and he kind of looks off to the side like you're gonna be fine, like he didn't even believe it coming out of his mouth, so you know like something else is up, and that looked super interesting, but I have no idea what it is.
But it looked cool. It definitely got me keeping an eye on it. Then after that, they showed a lot of Skull and Bones.
Yeah, they did.
And that's not even coming out until fall 2018.
Yeah. Rare is pissed.
Yeah. That's basically a mature version of Sea of Thieves.
I don't think it has
They should have shown that video and just had like one of the head developer on stage like this. Just flipping 2 birds.
It didn't look as in depth as what they showed for Sea of Thieves, I don't think.
See, I thought it was quite in depth because you can modify your ship the way it looks, way like you equip it and everything. Like that is super.
That was in depth, but not like what you could do in the game.
I would say like
that's
in that game where you like
go hunting and
were you
stuff.
Bound to the ship, like you're always on the ship.
Yeah.
Or I know in Sea of Thieves you can get off and go around.
Well, they say that because they showed some of the ships keeping on water and some ventured off to land. This is what they said, but we didn't see any land stuff, so I don't know if that was just like, okay, you always stay on the ship, but you send which ships you want to go to land to do the land stuff, or if you can do it yourself. They didn't really specify, but they did send like, okay, they're like, oh yeah, you split up, have a couple people go to land while you attack the sea. Like, so I don't know if maybe they just. I mean, again, it doesn't come out till fall 2018. Yeah. So we're gonna see a whole much more next E3 as well.
It's a good year for it's a good year for pirate lovers.
I have to say, I don't get these games.
I don't either personally. No,
I don't know why there's one of them being made, let alone 2.
I kind of feel like pirates, cowboys.
I don't want to be a pirate.
Space operas. I don't really care.
Space.
Yeah, like, I don't really care. I'm sorry. So like I'm not geeked about anything pirate related.
I would say out of the 2 though, this one looks way more interesting. I thought because it's a little bit more realistic and everything like that.
Like,
so
I don't know. Like I don't know. We'll talk about more about Sea of Thieves later. But like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just don't carry the way.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't get it.
Nope. Then after that, we had our Just Dance 18 coming out in October for everything. Is basically what they said. Yeah. So that's where our copyright strike is going to be. Right there. That girl singing.
Just pants.
Some terrible, terrible song. Next up, they showed Art's very first mobile game he'll be playing.
Maybe.
South Park Phone Destroyer.
I don't know what that was.
No idea. It kind of looked like a Hearthstone because it looked like there was cards at the bottom. But then there was like some weird combat system to it too, but there's like cowboys, Indians, everything. Like there's a whole bunch of different things. But they said fall 2017, so I'm gonna guess it's gonna come out right around the same time as Fractured But Whole.
They said fall 2017, so it'll probably come out like first quarter 2019.
But it's a mobile game. It'll be out.
That's true though. It is a mobile game. Man.
It's a South Park game.
True. After that, they showed something very interesting. Starlink Battle for Atlantis coming out fall 2018. Basically, No Man's Sky meets Skylanders because they got toys where you can switch out
put
the
them
parts
on the controller.
Yeah, and you switch out the parts and then switch it out in the game. It looks like a way more I know. I gotta get a towel.
Yeah, towels.
Yeah.
Pussies. You're so wet.
I'm moist.
It looked like a way more involved No Man's Sky, though. There's a lot more going on. Actual space battles.
Well, like, I think I said
all that kind of stuff.
When you were streaming it, I said it looked like No Man's Sky, and like the initial flyovers did.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the colors and the shapes of shit, it looked very much like No Man's Sky did. But then once they showed like the building of the ships and stuff and what you actually do, it looked very different than No Man's Sky.
I could not care less about that game.
Yeah,
I could not care less about that game.
It looked cool.
It's not it's the whole space shooter thing, which I don't care about. I don't want to put something on my controller. I want any
more toys.
Bits of plastic junk in my house.
What about BJ Blazkowicz style?
That's completely different. That's not junk.
It's an action figure.
It's not junk. It is one piece.
It's a collectible.
That's right. I don't know. I thought it looked kind of cool though. PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Yeah.
So one of the first ones they actually have all three of those, which is kind of neat. And then after that, they showed an expansion for Steep, Road to the Olympics, coming out December 5th.
Didn't know people were still playing Steep.
I got a pretty decent reaction from the crowd. Honestly,
didn't know that many people played Steep to start with.
I thought it was cool adding the Olympic stuff. I think that's really, really neat. And it looked good. Yeah. So. After that, we got some more Far Cry 5. We got some actual gameplay this time and everything.
Yeah, it looks so good.
I'm so pumped.
I didn't see that. I will go back and watch it later.
You have to.
I don't need the gameplay to sell me on it. I've played a Far Cry before.
They had a really cool, like, dark, brooding story moment, and then they get into the gameplay, and it's just, like, fun and, like, blowing shit up. Everyone's smiling. Yeah, so much fun. So it was just like I thought it was really cool that how they can get both that in the same game and it actually makes sense on both ends of it. But the main, like the bad guys, look so cool.
Yeah,
like I'm so looking forward to blowing their heads off. You haven't.
Like I said, I haven't been this excited for a Far Cry game since
I've
2.
never been excited for a Far Cry game.
I am super pumped for this. This is gonna be awesome.
So I'm super excited for this.
That's gonna be awesome. And then last but not least, the total bombshell that no one really expected, Beyond Good and Evil 2. So it exists! And I lost my shit on stream.
Got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, I was so pumped. I've already seen people complaining. Shut the fuck up, complainers.
Yeah, it's okay. So, like, the complaints are like, what is it? Again, it's another CG trailer. And, like, when's the thing actually coming out? And what is it? And there are a lot of, I think, actual valid concerns. When they're asking people, when they're asking people to join the development community and the development portion of the game, how far out is this game going to be? It looked great. I love the characters. I just love how they interacted with each other. I loved everything they had on there.
Just cracking up everything the monkey said.
It was a super surprise. I love the setting, the environment. I loved everything about it. I just don't think we're gonna. I don't know what's gonna come first, that or Death Stranding.
Ooh.
No, that's a good point. No, absolutely.
What I mean first, that Death Stranding or the 2020 Olympics?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, those complaints, and everything, I totally get it. I'm all for it and everything. But I saw people like saying like, "Oh, this isn't Beyond Good and Evil. This isn't cartoony." Blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. You don't. All you saw was a CG trailer. It was hilarious. Just take it for what it is, and let's wait and see for more. Like,
it's a prequel, so it's a
prequel. Exactly.
It's a prequel to the game, so.
I mean, we'll see. We're in 2017. I'm guessing 2019. Like, that's my guess right now. I mean, I don't think it can go much further than that. Like, the fact that they've hung out with it this long, and now they were ready to actually show it.
So
but they haven't showed it.
You tell me 2 more E3s of that?
Oh yeah.
They haven't.
2 more E3s. Absolutely.
They haven't showed it. They showed it the same amount that they showed Beyond Good and Evil 2 before in 2008. They had a CG trailer in 2008. They got this trailer right now.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
And it's completely different different things, like completely different games, and that does happen. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put I wouldn't even say that they debuted the game in 2008. They debuted the game today.
Oh, right.
Yesterday, wherever it was.
No, today. It was today. That was earlier today.
Oh, you're right.
3 p.m.
Yep.
Anyway, so like
Central time.
I think that again, I was super hyped for it. I understand the concerns. I don't think we're anywhere near this game though. So
Either way, it got me hyped again. It got me excited again.
100%.
So
Yes, that's it. Any other final Ubisoft?
No, not really.
Yeah.
like I said, best conference they've had in years, though. In a way, in terms of the way, even though Skull and Bones went on quite a while, and that weird thing with Assassin's Creed stuff, but the way it was set up, the way they kind of flowed through, I thought was good. I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I'm excited for a lot of stuff that they put on there. They actually had some dates and some stuff, which I thought was cool. They expanded on big time franchises, showed some new stuff on their old IP, showed some new IP. I mean, that's what else can you really ask for, really. So I thought it was actually pretty well done.
Give me that South Park.
Give Art that South Park. All right. Any other last final questions, concerns, strokes of genius on these three conferences?
Nope.
I thought it was actually. I mean, it wasn't like I don't think there was any like huge, massive like this is everything I ever wanted, type of stuff. But I don't know if I ever get that out of these press conferences.
No, not really.
But honestly, I think EA was probably the one I was just like the most ho hum about, and they still had some really cool stuff in there. So like they had a ton of stuff that showed off what's coming out next 2, 3, 12 years and beyond good and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so that I think that kind of wraps us up on the third party press conferences. We're still going to have PlayStation and Xbox. We're going to do those right now.
And be sure to check out on YouTube the live reactions to all three of these. We have one for all three of them.
If there's parts in the middle of the video that are muted, it's not our fault.
Yeah, it's copyright shit. So it is what it is.
Blame the conferences using copyrighted music.
And don't forget, there's 2 parts of Ubisoft because my internet sucked today.
All right, thanks for joining us.